Film is a medium used to record images. Film that captures image is intriguing. The steps that is taken going through the chemistry does some magical things to the film. It creates every step of developing the final image. In this age of digital, I am so glad that I maintained my stubbornness and stuck with film. Because all the young people need to know what is needed today to produce an image. Digital cameras has its place, it's great, but film is where you really learn photography, in my opinion. When I was younger, I decided that photography was the way to go. The more I saw about it, the more I read about it, the more interested I got. Since I started film, I spent the rest of my life doing film because to me, it's still magic. My name is Oson Chin. I am the owner of CSW Film System. Here at CSW, we process film. My daily routine is looking at film. And all these young people that come in bringing film into me. All right, how are you doing today?
Good, thanks.
Hoping that I will give them something that they have never really seen before. Okay, you're welcome. All right. CSW. So my day goes on looking at chemistry and processing film. Why am I still doing this? It's because this is the only thing I know. The first time we were talking about closing up was probably the Bush 1 when he went Desert Storm. The economy just went down the tubes. We had no work. A lot of people, the commercial photographers, didn't have work. And that was very close to closing back then. The bigger labs, but they have deeper pockets than I have. They can last a little longer. The fortunate thing about it is that since digital hit, the other labs suffered for it, I guess, because they sunk so much money into their digital equipment, and they're all fighting for the same small piece of pie they were fighting for before. I refuse to go digital. I won't go digital. Number one, I don't understand it. And number two, it was too expensive for me to get into. Now, fortunately, I'm the only one left doing processing, and only because I don't know how to do anything else. CSW. Okay. Started off just a job, and then I find out that when I get into the darkroom, it's a challenge. You lose all sense of time. It's just like time don't exist. So when I'm inside the darkroom, yeah, time don't exist. But if I'm doing it for a customer, I said, I got to get out of here and make some money. Yeah, that's Sandro's work too. Yeah. And let me tell you a little something that I've told people and nobody really knows. I'm colorblind. It's not to the extent where I can't really see color, but there's certain hues I cannot see. When I see red, greens, and blues, and cyan, magentas, and yellow, I can actually see the colors and know what it is. It's the hues that are off of those colors that I can't see. Everything blends together. But quote me on this, if I had a choice between color and black and white, I prefer black and white. Because once you put the color in a picture, people are drawn to the color, not your technique. So anything that's bright in color, it looks great to them. When you go into a darkroom to print black and white, you're only dealing with obviously white, grays, and blacks. Okay? There's no color involved, so nothing is going to persuade the person to like your print unless you are creative with your printing, with your cropping. I mean, it holds true for color too, but the color is what persuades people more than your cropping and everything. And that's why I prefer black and white. You have to be creative in order to capture them. The way you crop it has to be able to capture their imagination. So anybody that wants to debate me on that fact, you're welcome to. As far as film going away, it will not. Digital guys that say digital is better, and then you have the film guys that says no, film is better. And what I say is I get upset when they say digital is better than film. I don't agree. And so it's making somewhat of a comeback now. I don't think it's ever going to be to the extent of what it was, but now everybody's considering film as art. So it's art photography now, a whole category in itself. I don't really want to retire, but eventually I'm going to have to. And a lot of my friends all to retire, you know, they said, why are you still doing it? I said, because it's something to do. You know, it's a challenge for me. It's basically a challenge to see how long I can do this before I go, what color is this again? Why am I here in the dark room? CSW. Okay. One day I'm going to wake up and says, well, I'm going to throw up my hand and give it up. But today's photographers are just as talented as the photographers 30, 40, 50 years ago. You young people really give me the energy to keep on going. Okay, if it wasn't for the young people coming in and me doing my part and trying to help them with their cameras and everything else, I would probably stop. But no, you guys, thank you for coming in and dealing with me. I don't know where film is going to go to, but at my retirement, I'm hoping that the new breed of photographers will continue on with film. Continue to carry on the art of using film because they are so creative today. And it looks to me like they are.